the cameras?
It would have to be half the people in the committee.
Oh, that's the rules, not three.
Half plus one.
How many's on the committee total?
Officially, it would be us 30 and Scott.
I asked earlier when I found out Scott and Mary Beth weren't going to be here. I didn't know about Marge.
Oh, March.
They
March Paul, too.
They said that because there's no voting or actionable items, you
Yeah,
don't
we still
have to,
have-
you don't have to have a quorum or anything.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just saying it's
okay.
just a vote. If we needed to vote on something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I was just thinking about our committee. I was thinking that this combined with like our committees, we just have like 3 people on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's 6.
Alright, let's get it going.
Are you expecting a confirmation from Frank or something?
Oh, no.
No, he said that the
Yeah.
cameras will just start rolling at
Okay.
6.
6 o'clock, we're good, he said.
Cool.
All right, so it is 6 o'clock, and I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'm going to open it up for a public comment. There's no one here in the audience, but if anybody wanted to say anything, this is an opportunity to share. Cool. So we are going to table the discussion around the CSO participation and also thinking about different strategies or interventions that could happen with residents who are experiencing issues that are causing rat infestations or rat issues on their block, maybe to the next meeting. But I would like to give Amber the floor to share some of your research and updates from our last meeting. I think you were going to focus on like some costs for different programs, what it would look like to do additional staffing, and then look into the updated, more environmentally friendly bait. So whatever you ended up being able to find, if you loved, we would love to hear about it today.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so yes, due to the discussion at the CAL meeting on October 8th and the last committee meeting, the mayor has moved away from utilizing CSOs or animal control for this. So at this point, the discussions are leading to everything regarding rodent abatement being within the building department. So, but everything's in talks. Nothing has been set in stone. Everything, we're just kind of like creating the program. As far as the cost of the feral cat program, I've estimated it to be about $5,000 a year to run, and that's 30 cats in 15 different homes in the Berwyn area. And then if we wanted to build on that, 5,000 is about the cost of 15 homes and 30 cats. So if we want to double it, then it would be 10,000, so on and so forth. What we're looking at right now is just rearranging staff responsibilities to accommodate the program. So we're not looking at hiring any additional staff. So there wouldn't be a large cost increment for that, just maybe pay raises.
Okay.
And then we did meet with Awesome Pest and talk to them about the program, about the more environmental friendly measures that we wanted to take, and the addition of Berwyn staff to help him in his efforts. And so he is going to get back to us with the cost of what he thinks he's going to need in regards to using the Evolve, which is the infertility bait, and then hiring additional staffing, because the Evolve bait will have to be replenished regularly. And if we want him to use snap traps in areas where we have natural predators placed, those will have to be monitored as well. So he's going to give us an estimate for that. And then we did meet with the township president to start negotiations on an IGA, just to kind of figure out, okay, what are our roles? What are you going to take care of? What are we going to take care of? And then negotiations on kind of cost to do those things. Like if we are going to say, you know, yes, you can ticket, well, then there needs to be court. Who's going to pay for that court,
Right.
kind of a thing. So those are the things we're going to be discussing in those negotiations. But we did have a really good meeting. So we're working on it. And then as far as the budget, we're kind of working on the budget through the budget chair and the finance director, just kind of looking at, okay, we think this might be like this, we think this might be like this, so let's try to, see where we can play with money.
Yeah.
But until we have that IGA with the health district, we really can't solidify the program, because what we're looking to do is kind of be like, okay, food service businesses, they'll be taken care of by A. Residents will be taken care of by B. Commercial businesses will be taken care of by C, and then public areas will be taken care of by D. And so until we know what the health district's going to do, it's hard to do A, B, C, D until we have all of the components in place. So we're working on it. We just have to have that meeting. That meeting is pivotal. But that's where we're going.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think at City Council yesterday, I made a motion to refer all of this to the mayor's office, and you all are working on it already. But then also defer it to December 10th. And so I think at that point we might be expecting like an update at council or some type of like movement.
Okay.
Not necessarily getting the everything completed, but I think that was like kind of the expectation of the motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully have the IGA by then.
Or at least getting that started.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that was kind of part of just the expectation that we can kind of keep moving it, or at least getting updates. If we have to defer again, then we will.
I think once we have that IGA in place, everything's going to fall into
Right.
place, because I have all the pieces, right? I'm just looking for that one keystone in order to lay out the rest of my blocks. I realize that the keystone goes in last, I know that. But we need that first before we can, put all the other pieces in place. But I think it should go relatively quickly after that.
Yeah.
It's just that's a major, like, food service businesses, like, that's a huge part of this. And so if they're not going to do it, then we kind of need to reconfigure what the city's going to do.
Okay.
And so that's just kind of where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any questions about how those discussions have been going, or anything that Amber shared?
Yeah, really, it was
No.
pretty
Yeah,
self-explanatory.
very straightforward.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward to me
Okay.
also.
I have also pulled all the ordinances that have anything to do, like if there's any rodent abatement in any of the ordinances of the city of Berwyn, I've pulled all of those and reviewed them
Okay.
and kind of put them together, and we're looking to do just an all-inclusive rodent abatement, rodent harboring ordinance.
Okay.
And so we're also looking at that aspect of everything as well, which I did discuss in the original
Yeah.
report, that we were going to be looking at ordinances as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Before that's presented to council, would you all be willing to share that with me, just so that I can take a look at it if you get to that point in the future?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you
Thank
want me
you.
to like put a meeting together with you and me and the mayor? And,
Sure.
and-
That would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
I just would love to see like what's going into that. What are we pulling from? Just like having the big picture of
Yeah.
the committee for this entire time. I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah. No problem.
Awesome. Great. Well, it doesn't sound like we have questions. It sounds like a lot of things are moving, and you're getting a lot of good information, and it seems like the IGA is that piece that you all are focusing on now to move us forward.
Yeah.
So if that's all we have for today, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All right. Motion by Don, second by Joe, and our meeting ended at 6:08, the fastest rat abatement meeting we've ever had. Thank you all.
So just curiosity, are we going to schedule another before this comes to council, or no?
No,
Before
so
the holidays?
I think right now it might be good to see where this is all headed for a little bit, and if there's anything we need to, give some input on. I think a lot of our recommendations are now in the hands of the mayor's office
Sure.
and, City of Berwyn. So just seeing, what the IGA looks like, what they're able to put together in terms of like costs for the bait, right? Things like that. And then if we need to get back together to see, okay, here's the plan. What are you all working on? If there's anything that's missing, we can, give some more input. But I think for right now, we should, give you all some space to get that done, and then come back together and maybe review what has been put together. I mean, yeah, if it's gonna be on council, it'd be great if we could talk about it at COW. That way, the rest of the other people can hear about it as well. Yeah, if that's possible. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys.